Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host, the Bridge Steve Harvey, here to give you Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1 at the at the at Villa Park. Obviously, making that Chelsea will move on to face Leeds in the 5th round at home, I believe. And hey ho, man, we move. Listen, man. Obviously before this game, listen, man, the emotions are very low. You know, this could have been really well and truly hit Pochettino's last game. Obviously, you're looking at the lineup. You're seeing obviously Sterling being dropped, Thiago Silva's been dropped, Nkunku being dropped off the starting lineup because obviously he started as well. You got Jackson back in the squad, him playing almost like a left winger, Palmer in the false line, and then you got Madueke obviously on the right, who's come back into the squad. And you then obviously got Gallagher up front, and then you had Enzo and Caicedo in that pivot role again, and then Disasi and Badi Shaw, the old Monaco centre-back partnership there, and Chilwell was able to somehow keep his place, which I was rather surprised by at the very least. But then again, he's your left back, so you know, I mean, you gotta have to rely on him at the end of the day, whether we like it or not. Now, going into the game, you could clearly see the players are up for it. Clearly wanted to send a message. They were pressing first 20 minutes. I thought were really excellent. We really pressed them. We were doing a great job at that. Particularly Gallagher and Palmer were doing a great job at doing that pressing role. Particularly, I would say, we were then able to create a lot of chances of that via Gusto, via Jackson as well. Madueke was really brilliant as well, being able to pick up the ball and really run at them and then make that right pass at the right time. And then obviously we did get the first goal, which came from the left hand side via Jackson. Jackson running at the Aston Villa defense, able to make that pass in the Madueke. Madueke hits it to Gallagher for that first time shot. Bang, top left corner. In we go. Gallagher scores his first goal in a very, very long time against Aston Villa to make it 1-0 for us in the 9th minute. We still kept under pressure, obviously, in the next 10 minutes. And then on the 21st minute, you know, obviously, Madueke hits the ball to Gusto. Gusto crosses it in. Free header for Madueke, who doesn't need to even think about it. Just gets his head on it. Bang. Same position, same corner of the goal. And it's 2-0 to Chelsea. From then on, we continue to put on some pressure. Obviously, Aston Villa kind of were trying to look for a pry and trying to sort of apply a bit more pressure onto that and try to grow into the game themselves too. But it didn't really matter because I think we did really well. Midfield-wise, Enzo and Caicedo were working really well. Again, this is a partnership that I really thought again would work long term. Just about working out the kinks, and you could see that it was clearly working out as well. Again, you know, you then see that happening throughout the first half, really, and I felt like we were creating a lot of chances. Obviously, had the big chance of Jackson and Gusto where they were running after a break, which was really good. You then had obviously the Madueke where he was just destroying people, destroyed Douglas Luiz as well, floored him. Which again just shows you how strong and smart Madueke can be. Again, with him, time is just the key word of him. But it's really like that at the end of the day. Now, that's the end of the first half. Into the second half, we still tried to apply that bit of pressure, still trying to use that energy up at the end of the day too. Then guess what happens? Free kick for Enzo. After he gets tackled just at the edge of the box. Voila, into the back of the net, man, to make it 3-0. Sensational free kick, sensational celebration afterwards too. It was amazing, man. Obviously, MOTM, Enzo, man of the match for Enzo, man. He was cooking in that game, sensational in that game, honestly. And then I feel like after that 3-0, we really kind of relaxed. I could clearly see, you know, towards the 70th minute, 70th minute, around about this 70th minute, we clearly kind of relaxed. We're just trying to, like, you know, hold that scoreline of 3-0. Although it did look like the midfield was kind of gassed, in my personal opinion. And obviously, I know that Oguchukwu and Lavia are not fit yet. I know Oguchukwu, I think he's out. He was out for 6 weeks, so he's probably scheduled to be back next week, if I'm not mistaken. So he's probably back next week, touch wood. So you will probably have a bit more options other than just, you know, Chukwemeka is a bit more of an attacking midfielder more so than a defensive one. So hopefully we'll have an actual guy that can do that defensive job coming back soon into the squad as a substitute. So there's that too at the end of the day. Now, obviously, we let them in. We obviously made a few changes here and there. Even went to a back three as well with Silva. But at the end of the day, man, what they did were able to get a goal via a routine. That they had clearly been working on the in the training field to make it 3-1. But at the end of the day, we were able to hold out and make it 3-1 scoreline at the end of the day, which was quite happy for me. Now, Listen, obviously, good performance from them. I think key thing for me is that there was no, really, what's it called? It was the young players. This squad was really a young player squad. No Nkuku, no Silva, no Sterling. Really, the only guy that you could say that was an old player was Chilwell, and that's pretty much it. And then maybe if you want to even add Disasi into that one, you could. But other than that, everyone was under 24, under 24. They clearly stepped up to the plate. They were clearly playing for the team, playing for the manager, whether you want to admit that or not. That was clearly the case. Caicedo, amazing game from him, was really working that midfield, controlling that midfield really well. Enzo, Gallagher had really good games. I think Gallagher from the off the ball work as usual, he was able to do that to a really high level and score that goal. Enzo was everywhere, creating chances, trying to move around, trying to create space, trying to create angles, opportunities. So, which was really good by them too. Obviously, Madueke, great runs, great movement on and off. Jackson as well, great game from him too, scoring and creating as well. So, I think also the way we were set up really worked really well. I think Pochettino, I have to give it. Well, I'll give him credit. Credit is due. You can clearly see there were patterns of play being set up. Gusto looked amazing again after his poor performance against Wolves. So again, man, I just think it's about kind of keep this momentum. I know obviously these young guys, it's gonna be highs and lows, but as long as we can keep the style of play, as long as we're trying to do what we need to do to win games, then I'm happy with I'm happy with this. But obviously we're not seeing this continuously, and I really feel like when Silva came on, you could see that drop here in was it called the speed and the accuracy that we were playing at. Honestly, when he came on, I think against Sterling, interested of course, with him. I wasn't expecting that much from him at the end of the day, but again, he is someone where it's difficult. It's difficult really for me to describe him, if that makes sense. But listen, at the end of the day, listen, we won without those guys. We were able to go into the fifth round of FA Cup. You got Crystal Palace next, a team that's got a better manager with them, teetering there. So listen, that's the perfect opportunity for us to go out there, get a rebound, win in the EPL, and really set us straight. So that's going to be the perfect opportunity to do so. Obviously, big thanks to all the guys I spoke about. At the end of the day, man, we need to win games. It's really it's just as simple as that. Whether we want to admit or not, that is just the aim of the game, and we got to do that, man. However we do that, by hook or by crook, it doesn't matter. Obviously, Jackson back in the team again has really helped us. I would say we've missed him quite a bit, but that link up play, that ability that he has, particularly obviously doing that job on the left wing for us in that game was perfect and sensational. So maybe that might be something we'll continue to try on maybe in the upcoming games. We'll see. And obviously Nkuku didn't play this game, but again, you never know. Maybe next game you can replace Nkuku with Gallagher. You can play Gallagher and Nkuku, and maybe we have a whole different dynamic and everything like that. So again, listen, I'm interested to see what happens. Obviously, I hope we can see Madueke again right wing continuously. Maybe Jackson left wing, and then you have Palmer false 9 alongside Nkuku in that 10, and they can switch around. But hey guys, as always, man, listen, I'm just happy about this at the end of the day, man. I'm very happy about this. Obviously, I don't think we were expecting us to win against Villa. I thought that a lot of the way it was looking, a lot of people were thinking this is going to be Poch's last game. But clearly, he's brought himself time. The players are really trying to back him, try to support him. So maybe we'll see what happens at the end of the day. Maybe they're just trying to, back the manager and see maybe where it goes. So, hey, at the end of the day, man, let's see what happens there at the end of the day. That's what I would say to that one too. So, hey, listen, I'm just happy we won, bro. I don't know about you guys. I'm just happy that we as Chelsea Football Club were able to win at the end of the day. So it is what it is. But as always, I've been your host, the most of Bridge 258. Dedicate your hearts, and as always, please make sure to stay blue.